Now at 6, Missouri lawmakers pass a congressional redistricting plan shortly before the deadline. Plus, a look at how the new Kansas sports betting law could impact the state. And a local family mourning the loss of their son wants a school policy changed so he can be honored at graduation.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Missouri legislature has approved new congressional districts just in time for the end of their session. This is KOAM News at 6. The new districts are expected to continue Republicans' edge in upcoming elections. The bill now goes to Governor Mike Parson to become law. After approving the bill, the Senate adjourned for the session a day early, cutting off work on all other bills. Missouri and New Hampshire are the only states that had not enacted a congressional redistricting plan based on the 2020 census. A bill passed this week by Missouri lawmakers would prohibit the Medical Licensing Board from disciplining doctors who prescribe ivermectin and hydrochloroquine. The bill also would bar pharmacists from questioning doctors who prescribe the controversial drugs. Some doctors prescribe the two drugs to patients with COVID-19, although FDA has not approved either drug for that use. The provision was tucked into a larger bill involving professional licensing. Sports betting is a rapidly expanding industry in the U.S., with Kansas the latest to climb aboard after Governor Laura Kelly yesterday signed a bill to legalize it in the state. With more states continuing to legalize sports betting, the market is expected to balloon in the next few years. Reporter Sean Loging has more on how this new law could impact Kansas.
In the border battle between Kansas and Missouri, Kansas is the first to cross the sports betting finish line.
Financially, I mean, it's a good thing for the state of Kansas if you look at Missouri likely not passing this. There's going to be plenty of individuals that come across from Kansas City on the Missouri side.
Alex Gold, the sports talk show host, has been closely following sports betting legislation in both states.
It's becoming a little less taboo in some people's eyes, and then recognizing the revenue that can come in. And
as sports betting becomes law in Kansas, betting won't start immediately. Kansas Lottery and Kansas Racing and Gaming Commission still need to develop the rules and regulations for sports betting, expected to be finalized in January 2023. Alex says, though, the expectation is bets can be placed on mobile platforms starting this fall.
The uptick of actually getting it started is going quicker, or will be quicker than some other states. There's some states that have taken a year or more.
Sports betting will be run through the 4 state-owned casinos and other select venues that will contract with sports betting platforms like FanDuel and DraftKings. People can place bets on site and online.
The biggest thing for a lot of people across the state is that mobile wagering aspect, right? That's how most of the wagering is going to take place. So some estimates are, 80+% of all the wagering in the state of Kansas is going to be done mobilely.
Each bet will be taxed 10%. Kansas Lottery expects state revenue to total under $2 million in the first year, but reach $10 million by 2025. A large portion of that going to a fund to attract the Chiefs to Kansas.
I think it's a fun talking point, but if the Chiefs were to move to Kansas, I don't think the fund attached to this bill is going to be the reason why.
Shortly after Governor Kelly signed that sports betting bill yesterday, Kansas was sued by a state-owned casino operator. Boyd Gaming operates the Kansas Star Casino about 15 miles south of Wichita under a contract with the Kansas Lottery that runs until December of 2026. They argue the state is breaching its contract, which says the lottery will not permit competition from similar facilities in the Wichita area. The dispute stems from a provision in the new law allowing new gambling devices at Wichita Greyhound Park, which closed in 2011. Checking in with Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather.
Well, of course, we had the clouds, some scattered showers and thunderstorms during the morning hours, mainly on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. Then a lot of clouds sticking around this afternoon. We've got some sunshine kind of peeking through. If you do want to get outside for the evening hours, it looks fine. It's late this evening into the overnight hours that we could see some showers and thunderstorms. As of right now, any storms across central Missouri, and then we're going to see if any try to pop up south of Wichita that may try to affect us later on in the evening hours. Until then, we look fine. It's warm, it's humid, low to mid 80s. As of right now, we'll drop back through the 80s. You can see those thunderstorm chances increasing, especially on the Kansas and Oklahoma side. Late this evening, we'll back down into the mid 60s. Another severe threat as well moves in Sunday afternoon. We'll break it all down for you here in a bit.
See you then. A grieving mother in Erie, Kansas wants change after learning that her son, who passed away in January, will not be honored at the graduation ceremony. The Kansas Association of School Boards has a policy for schools to follow, stating that schools do not recognize those who are deceased during graduation. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky spoke with the deceased student's family, friends, and the superintendent, and has more.
All he ever wanted to do was graduate. And he's not here to do so.
Raiden Colborn was born with a rare nervous disorder called ataxia, and in January lost his battle with the disease. This would have been the year he graduated. His mother, Carrie Colborn, says she found out that it was against school policy to honor deceased students like her son at graduation, and was shocked.
It's like saying to me, your son did not exist. And that's hard.
Erie School District Superintendent Troy Damon says the district follows policy from the Kansas Association of School Boards, which recommends not recognizing deceased students at graduation.
The policy isn't geared towards anyone in particular. And so it's for everyone, and it's to protect people that have lost somebody, and they don't necessarily want to be reminded of that loss.
Classmates of Raiden say they'd like to see this policy change.
It's not fair, not right to Raiden and his family. You know, the one thing that Raiden wanted to do was graduate, and everyone that knew him knew that. And I just think that it's disrespectful in a way to not allow his wishes to be carried out.
I just feel like if it's something that we want to do and if we want to recognize him, then we should be allowed to, because it is our graduation.
Raiden's mother says she'd like to see more done at the local level.
The local board needs to take a stand. They need to take a stand, and they need to really focus on trying to build good character in the school, if that is what they're trying to tell me this policy is supposed to do.
But Damon says the school isn't targeting a specific person with the policy.
It also isn't earmarked for a specific person. It's just a policy for everyone that may impact.
In Erie, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Erie High School's graduation will take place tomorrow. Shots are fired during a graduation ceremony in Arkansas. It happened in Hot Springs, with police saying several people were injured. The superintendent says none of the current students or graduates were involved in the shooting last night. So far, no arrests have been made. Coming up, an event in Joplin gives amateur geologists an up-close look at some unique rocks and minerals. Plus, a local hospital receives a donation of teddy bears designed to help young patients feel more at ease. Amateur geologists are flocking to the Joplin History and Mineral Museum. The museum is hosting its 15th annual Rock and Gem Show. This show gives visitors the chance to check out some cool rocks and gems, as well as learn a little bit of history about why some gems are so special to this area. One of the main draws of the show is the variety of colors.
For me, it's the colors. I love the colors because the brighter colors, I just get so excited, and I love polishing them too. And because I like the process of cutting it being rough, smoothing it out, and then polishing it. And then I really I like talking to people about it too.
If you fear you might have missed the show, don't worry. I'm sorry. The show is going to continue tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. A young woman fighting a terminal illness is on a mission to help others. Molly House from Galena today delivered Medi teddy bears to Freeman Hospital. Medi teddies include plastic bears that hide IV bags that hang from poles and plush bears for children to hold. House spends a lot of time in hospitals herself from a terminal illness and has made it her mission to help others who fear needles like she does.
It had a pink shirt, says, "We are strong, but we are mighty." And the moment she showed me that teddy bear, my focus came off of the needle and onto that teddy bear. It's going to help many kids right here.
If you're wanting to know about Medi Teddy, you can go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Some local young artists are showcasing their artwork today. The Joplin Public Library is hosting a closing reception for their Young Artists Club. During the reception, visitors get to meet the artists and celebrate their work, as well as enjoy some light refreshments. The club provides an opportunity for children to learn new art techniques and create art.
Confidence, and I hope that it just helps them kind of boost confidence in their own creativity and that they just keep on creating art and getting it out into the world.
The club meets monthly at the Children's Library and is open for kids up to 12 years old. A little bit later, high school athletes in Frontenac and Joplin continue to sign on to continue their careers at the college level.
Plus, we're going to be dodging some thunderstorms over the weekend. We're going to check that out coming up. Well, it turned out to be a warm and very humid day for us again today. We had some scattered showers and thunderstorms during the morning hours, mainly in Kansas and Oklahoma. Kind of died once they got to the state line. Had a lot of clouds. We do have some sunshine out there now. Nice shot, Lander Chevrolet. This is on the southeast side of the city, looking at I-44 going eastbound toward the 249 loop on the east side of the city. All right. Temps right now, they're still up there, low to mid 80s. If you're getting outside, if you're doing anything this evening, it's going to be fine for the next few hours. Then we have to watch for chances of thunderstorms late this evening into the overnight hours tonight. Winds kind of all over the place. We had some outflow boundaries from thunderstorms kind of rolling through. So very light and variable as we go through the rest of the evening hours for us tonight. And we do have a very low severe threat, and this is for mainly after 9 or 10 p.m. in our western counties as we start to get a few thunderstorms that are going to try to pop up. I'm not very concerned about this, but something I'm going to watch as we go through the rest of the evening. We're going to drop back through the 80s, 70s, eventually mid 60s a little bit later on tonight. All right, we had the thicker clouds during the morning, kind of breaking up during the afternoon. So not much is going on here for us right now. Any thunderstorms mainly off to our east across south central parts of Missouri. That's where they have been getting going over the past couple hours. And we're going to watch and see if any additional thunderstorms start to build back toward the west, mainly south of Wichita. These can get going a little bit and try to work in. That's what we're going to have to watch for after 9 or 10 p.m. And those are going to be the ones that have a low severe threat. I just don't see much happening for us tonight. So we're going to see if any thunderstorms out to the west can try to get going, and if a few random ones can get in here late tonight or late this evening into the early overnight hours. Here's 2:30 in the morning, and you can see a few random little guys trying to pop up, a little cluster in our southern counties near Grand Lake. But most of us not getting much action for us tonight. We drop back mid 60s, sunshine again tomorrow. We warm up into the mid 80s, very similar to today. 64 to start, 79 by noon, high temp of 84. Additional thunderstorms tomorrow evening out across central Kansas. May try to get in here tomorrow night. We'll see if they can get in or not. I think the chances on that are fairly low. Then as we go into Sunday, we get a cold front that is going to slide in. So with this front, so here's 2 p.m., we're going to have chances for more widespread thunderstorms. These are definitely going to have a severe threat as they work southeast. You can see them really blowing up. So here's 3:30 in the afternoon. Let's go into the evening hours, a big line. So these storms will have a much higher potential for large hail and gusty winds as these drive in Sunday afternoon. So we want to watch that for sure. So you can see severe threat, at least a low threat for most of us Sunday afternoon. 84 tomorrow, 85 Sunday, 76 Monday. It looks really good. Thunderstorm chances right back in Tuesday, Wednesday with a severe threat. Severe threat again Friday, and it's really creeping up for Sunday, May 22nd. So we got to watch that day, which nobody wants severe weather on that day.
No. Thank you, Doug. Still ahead, Pitt State baseball aims to stay alive in the MIAA tournament, and one of the best all-around athletes in Southeast Kansas signs to continue his baseball career at a local college. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
Pittsburgh State baseball is playing in the MIAA tournament this week in Edmond, Oklahoma. Now they're in the Final Four, but they dropped their game last night against Northeastern State 7-4. So tonight, the Gorillas are back on the field facing elimination against the top-seeded Central Missouri Mules. And that one just went final. Pitt State falls 15-4. Garrett McGowan and Jordan Maxson each go deep for the Gorillas. Pitt State ends the season with a 31-21 overall record. More local playoff baseball today. The Crowder College Rough Riders face Jefferson College today in the Region 16 tournament in Joplin. The winner moves on to the regional championship tomorrow. Rough Riders win and move on 4-1, so they'll have a shot at a regional title tomorrow at noon in Joplin. One of the best all-around high school athletes in Southeast Kansas signs today to continue his career in college. Frontenac's Colin McCartney will play baseball at the next level, signing today to play at Fort Scott Community College. Now, I say McCartney is one of the best all-around athletes we have because he's an all-conference basketball player and all-state in both football and baseball. After high school, though, it's going to be all baseball for McCartney at Fort Scott, where he will be a pitcher for the Greyhounds.
They got great coaches. On my visit I went, the facilities were nice, so when I was going there, I just kind of felt like I was at home, so it was a great program for me. I love Coach Hill, Coach Middleton. They seem like great guys. I know a couple future teammates there that I know from past baseball, so it just felt good. I definitely just get a lot of innings to pitch, so that's my main goal.
At Joplin High School today, they have two student athletes sign. Bodie Carlson will continue his baseball career at Mid-American Nazarene in Olathe, Kansas. Kayla Talbot will be staying local. Talbot signs this afternoon to go down the road to Neosho to play soccer for Crowder College.
Crowder is close to home. I didn't really want to go very far, and they have what I wanted to do. I thought of it was a great opportunity to just stay home and also go to the school that I wanted to go to.
It's huge. I mean, I've wanted to play college baseball since I was 6 years old, so this is a dream come true for me. They just seemed like they were really honest with me up front about what next year would look like, so I really appreciate that. Didn't seem like to sugarcoat anything. They just told me how it was.
And that's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Kenneth Hill served in the U.S. Army. The Wyandotte, Oklahoma native was stationed in England and Germany, and we salute Corporal Kenneth Hill, a four-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The Biden administration announces plans to address the shortage of baby formula. Plus, an environmentalist nonprofit in Southwest Missouri hands out scholarships to students majoring in environmental studies. And the Kittyland Amusement Park in Pittsburgh reopens with a brand new attraction. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A giraffe at the San Diego Zoo is getting a new lease on life. Situni was born with a disorder that caused her legs to bend the wrong way, making her unable to walk or stand. Zookeepers were afraid she wasn't going to survive. So doctors at the Hanger Clinic in California stepped up and made custom leg braces. Situni is 3 months old now, and after corrective surgery and 39 days in braces, the problem has been corrected. You don't want those legs bending the wrong way if you were a giraffe, for sure.
Or a human.
I wouldn't think so. The weather, some chances from storms this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to get a few scattered thunderstorms in here late tonight. I'm going to keep my eyes on them. I'm not particularly concerned. Another round late tomorrow night, and then some bigger guys Sunday afternoon.
Final sports notes.
So we told you Pitt State was knocked out of the MIAA tournament, so the championship game will be Washburn against Central Missouri tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.
Salon service is provided by the